Hi. Welcome to Identities with Nyari Mashayamombe, your empowerment podcast where we talk about social, economic, and everything in between. And I'm so privileged to be hosting this podcast. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I'm happy we're here. And today we've got an exciting issue that we want to talk about. As December came, December 2024, it ushered an opportunity for us to reflect as people from what had worked in 2024, what did not work, the frustrations, the disappointments, the losses, the wins, the celebrations, and everything in between. And now that we're in January, a lot of people are excited. Everybody must be excited because January is like a refresher, a fresh page. You say, okay, I didn't do those things I wanted to do in 2024. I hoped I would do 1, 2, 3, and it didn't work out. And by being able to just see January, by the grace of God, that we saw January, it gives us a renewed energy to focus on things that we can do better, to focus on things or improving ourselves in areas we didn't improve ourselves, or to go deeper in digging for those goals that we want to dig for, those objectives that we want to do, those projects that we have set aside to do, those things that have been on our hearts for a long time. And so we are in January, and today's topic really, or today's issue I want to talk about, is about self-belief. Right, I want to start by sharing with you that I come from a very underprivileged background. Thank God I'm where I am, girl, dude. I am not complaining. I mean, life is good and it could be better, of course, but I come from a community where I was raised in the rural communities, learned in my rural home, and until Form 4, of course with a stint or two in another, Group A school just for a year, and went back to Musha and finished my O levels there, came to town, started whatever I started working on, I went to college and did whatever I had to do, get a job and stuff. I'm just saying that we all have a history. I want to share with you the issue of self-belief because it's an issue that I've had to deal with on a personal level. And so, what is self-belief? Self-belief is just the feeling that you can make it. I think it's very important for us to start and make it as part of our departure because it is at the core of empowerment. It is at the core of becoming who we want to become. And I feel like it's very important because it's an issue that I also struggled with. So being Kumusha, growing up Kumusha, I never thought that things would be it was difficult, and having managed to come out of it, you feel like, oh, I've overcome this. And then I got exposed to other levels of success, and I began to have self-doubt over the years. And I felt like I don't know where it came from. I feel like it just accumulated over a long period of time. Like I said, with new doors, with growth comes a lot of, levels that get opened for you, levels that can sometimes feel like it's the deep end. And when you go to the deep end, sometimes we are not prepared. By deep end, I'm saying you get exposed to people who are super successful, people who have made it, people who have a degree of affluency. And you ask yourself to say, am I going to get to this stage? Do I deserve to be in this room? You begin to shrink. You begin to look down upon yourself. I started shrinking. I started looking down upon myself for the longest of time. And sometimes it is caused by education. I remember at that time I hadn't had my first degree, and I would be in rooms and platforms where I'm exchanging with doctors, and just not medical doctors, but PhD doctors, and that can shake one's confidence, that can shake one's beliefs in themselves. And I mean, we can really be intimidated by being in spaces where there are successful people and you're not successful. And perhaps you are still even walking by foot and other people are driving. And that can really hit hard. And then you can begin to think that there are people who are made. I began to think that there are people who are made to be successful. But is that true? It was not true. And I began to look at people who are successful around me or even in our country. And I began to realize that, be it in politics or in businesses, people who are doing well are usually people who grew up kumusha in the rural areas or who grew up in the ghetto, who worked super hard, who became hustlers to be where they want to be. And most of these people did not have someone come to them and serve them. They didn't have money on a silver platter. They didn't come from money. So I want to circle back. I don't want to go ahead of myself for the next episode, but I want to circle back and say today's conversation is just for me to invite you to have self-belief, to believe in yourself, to say, do you think you deserve to be successful? When you look at people who are successful, maybe it's in your family, at your church, in your community, do you think vakaromba? Do you think they're using mutis or goblins to make it in life? Or you truly believe that they worked hard? To be honest, I'm a believer. I'll put it out there. And I believe more in God than in goblins. And because I work so hard, I think that people are working hard. I don't think that people are using motives to be successful. There are really people who are working super hard. I look around me, there are people, or not just around me, I look at even, I have, like people that I look up to, inspirational people that inspire me. These are people that I know for sure they're Christians. For sure they are not just Christians, but for sure they've had to work hard. Their beliefs in hard work, and they share tools that you can use to be successful. And one of such keys is the thinking that you must believe in yourself for you to be successful. And to be successful, you don't need to start with so much money. To be successful, you must have a mindset that wants to be successful. You must have a mindset that's ready to work, not to use men to be successful, not to use others to be successful, but to be prepared to want to look at those that have made it in life. How have they made it? To be honest, and to not just look at those who have worked so hard and just speak down upon them, speaking negative. Even it can be your relatives, it can be your siblings. And also has to come from a place of wanting not to be entitled. A lot of young people, or even older people, are not making it in life because they are thinking that they're entitled to their siblings that are making it in life. They think that they should be entitled to people that have worked so hard. Why do you think you should be entitled? An entitlement is just a place, a person who's coming from a place of, oh, they must help me, or they should give me this money, or they have too much money. If someone even gives you $5 or $10, you're thinking, oh, they have too much of it. But what are you giving them? They also worked hard. And so I just want to circle back on the issue of self-belief, to say you deserve to be successful. You need to think about it. I think sometimes we come up with all these excuses as defenses because we have not accepted in our own minds that we deserve success, or we can be what others are if we are prepared to take and to learn the steps they took to be where they are. So today I want to encourage you to begin to think about yourself, to say, do you believe in success? Or you have just said, oh, success, and therefore you're going to look at the negative so that you feel good about not wanting to be successful, about not wanting to change your life. And success is not about millions, success is not about thousands. Success is also about being able to afford the things that you want in life because you worked for it. It's not about them there's so much money or being able to pay rent. That's success for somebody who's struggling to pay rent right now. Success can mean so many things to so many people. So my invitation to you is to change your mindset, to change your beliefs about people who have made it, but rather to welcome the fact that you can actually be that person who can change their life. I'm not talking about success today. I'm talking about you being able to change your life, and that can be the definition of your own success. And to change your mindset and to welcome the fact that you indeed deserve it, you indeed can make it. In the next episode, we're going to talk about where do you start? Where do you start? But today is about take a moment to look into yourself, to say, do I believe that I can make it in life? Do I believe that I can change my life in that of my family? Do I believe that I can change the situation I'm in right now? Or I have taken comfort in suffering. I've taken comfort in wanting to depend on other people, to complain about what is working or what is not working. I want to inspire you to say, take a moment, right? Maybe type on your phone what's coming to mind when we say, do you believe you can make it in life or you can change your life? Do you believe? Write down what you think right now. Be honest to yourself or with yourself. Be honest and say, I do not believe. If you are honest with yourself, it's a great place to start, because then you can begin to work on how can I believe. We can begin to give you tools about how you can change your life. But if you say, success cannot making it in the ananing, then you're not prepared. Then you're going to be suffering all your life, and then you're going to be complaining. Then you're going to be sour grapes when everyone else is making it. And so I want to invite you to the fact that, or to the thinking that, or to the belief that indeed you can make it. So I want to end by inviting you to invite your friends to follow this podcast. Follow us on Facebook, on our Facebook, which is Identities with Nyarima Shemombe, and comment. Tell us what you think. Are you skeptical? Do you think it can happen for you as you are looking forward to the next episode? And I'm so excited of what's happening. Click the subscription button for our YouTube channel as well, and we hope to see you and to be with you all the time. Until next time, have a good one.